Mr. Gruber? Oh, what's this?
Ah, this is London.
It's wonderful. Aunt Lucy always dreamed of coming to London. If she saw this, it would be like she were finally here. Aunt Lucy!
Oh, Paddington.
This is perfect. I've had a brilliant idea. I'm going to get a job and buy that book for Aunt Lucy's birthday.
Hi, I'm Natalie, I'm Parry, and I'm here with the fan carpet at the world premiere of Paddington 2.
No, Mrs. Bird didn't like Phoenix Buchanan, played by Hugh Grant, mainly because he's an actor. She doesn't trust them. She's quite right, of course. So she does. Yeah, they're liars and dishonest and very slippery. But I think what's different is that it is a bigger film in many ways. It's the same kind of wonderful message that it's got, because Paddington is at the centre of it. But it's got, you know, I do my own stunts, for instance, jumping from train to train, and so there's all of that. It's just bigger in that sense. It's a bigger vista. It's a bigger world. Paddington goes out there, you know.
Can I quickly ask you, how much fun was it on set?
It's never on set, so everyone does their work, and then I'm involved in the post-production part of it. So I just get to watch the brilliant work everyone has done, you know, and then so my stuff is quite solitary, but fun. Yeah.
Still part of the Paddington family.
Yeah, I feel that, yeah.
It's like a reunion and party of lots of people you know and love, you know, it's great.
So it must be so much fun on set.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And Paul King is such a great director. He makes a very good atmosphere and very fun. And the script is so good and such fun too.
Oh, good fun. All good fun. If the director knows what he's doing, and Paul does, then it's good fun.
It's that. I mean, I can't believe that. I love the first film. I absolutely loved it. So to kind of find myself being part of the second one is incredible. And I have to say, on set, it's probably the most fun I've had. I mean, we were the neighbours, the group of people that play the neighbours, together most of the time, and on screen, but off screen as well. We all hung out together, and there was this little community kind of feeling about it. But also that's something that will really stay with me. The atmosphere on set, which was so warm, and but also just watching Hugh Grant work, some of the best improvising I have ever seen in my life. And I've seen quite a bit of improvising in my time, but he was extraordinary in it, absolutely extraordinary.
Well, I mean, hopefully people will remember me for my parrot wrangling skills. Like, that will now hopefully get me more work.
Well, I saw it yesterday with my 6-year-old grandson. Now I've brought my 13-year-old. No, it's great fun. It's enchanting.
The whole time I'm recording the voice, there's a camera several cameras filming my face and my mouth and my eyes and everything. And then we would do sometimes sessions when I would act things out to help them, you know, because it's very hard it's extraordinary the work they do to build that bear from nothing. They asked me to do stuff, and then they work their magic. Yeah.
It's great, and it's great to be here. You know, with you make a film in a little bubble, and now we're putting it out in the world, and so far the response has been fantastic. So.
Why on earth did you make Paddington go into the prison? What on earth made you think of that?
We thought the first film he found a home, and we didn't want the Browns to go off him, you know, and you could have take characters out of their comfort zone sometimes, and we thought the prison would be, it's quite a unique environment, and we thought he could meet like the hardest man in the world, and we wanted to see what would happen if you put Paddington with him. And thankfully it teaches him, you know, how to make marmalade sandwiches, and it's not too bad.
I think that's going to shock a lot of people, that part.
Yes, but you know, we think it's sort of funny enough, and you know, quite nice playground for him.
I loved the experience of working with Paul King again, the director. He's just brilliant. It's really his tireless work and creativity that makes the film it is, I think. He always wants to hear what you have to say. He's very open, but he's very exacting. He knows exactly when it's right and when it's not, and he won't let you off the hook until it's perfect.
Yeah, it is really exciting, and I'm so pleased to come here and to watch it and to see how it is going to be.
It feels great. There's always can be more Paddington in the world, can't there?
Great. I've been a super fan since I was little. Still a super fan now.
Me too. I always loved Paddington when I was a kid, and he always made me laugh, you know, and he was very clumsy and used to make a mess of everything, and that would always make me feel better about when I did that.
Absolutely. No, it's a bedtime book for so many children, you know. We read it to our daughter, to our grandchildren. Yeah,
it just goes on all the generations, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a universal, timeless story, really. And people like little bears, don't they?
I think he's charming because he's so innocent, so open, so trusting, so willing to find the best in people, and I think that's. And it never becomes cloying or irritating. He's adorable, and so that's a very special combination of things, I think. I just sort of see him as me, you know. Yeah.
This will be the first time that I've seen it. I've seen the trailer, and I saw a little bit of the pop-up book sequence cut together, and I was just in floods of tears at the end of it. It was about a minute or 2 minutes long, and at the end of it I was like buried in my hanky. I find it so moving. I don't know what it is about Paddington that is that just gets you right in the feels.
No, I haven't. This is my first time.
How excited are you to see the film?
Very excited.
Yeah. Have you seen it? You've watched the film yet, or is this the first time?
Yeah, no, so I'm excited. Yeah. Well, I always wanted a bear in my house.
Did you get one?
No, I got a dog.
Did it look like a bear?
It's a bit like a bear. It can't talk though.
I know, it's not the same. Doesn't eat marmalade sandwiches.
Well, I think it has a message of inclusiveness, openness, loving kindness to people who are in need and who are vulnerable and who are lost.
And with that comes a responsibility. But actually, you know, I think if you find people of like mind who care for Paddington as you did. I mean, when I met Paul King on the first film, in his first film, Bunny and the Bull, he did all this incredible line drawing animation, which was inspired by the television version of Paddington, TV animations. And so he knew as much about Paddington as I did and was as passionate about it as I was. So you knew you had someone who cared about the character. And hopefully we've done Michael Bond justice. I think he'd be up there looking down. I think he'd be happy.
Speaking this, apparently his family absolutely loved it.
He loved the first film and trusted, I think, Paul and me on the second. I read the script, was very keen on that, and I think ultimately it really does. He died on the last day of filming, so never got to see the finished film. But Karen, his daughter, says he would have loved it.
A really thrilling, very funny, very delightful, and I think moving film. It's charming, it's playful, it's innocent without ever being kind of cloying or sentimental, and it's really escapism, you know, but I hope beautiful escapism, and yeah, you'll hopefully forget your troubles for a while.
I mean, can you believe after all these years Paddington's still massive and still on the screens? I mean, I remember as a little girl.
I love the book. I remember reading the books, and there's a lot of books. I remember reading the books when I was a child, watching the TV series, and then, extraordinarily, Michael Bond has kept on writing books until just before he died. So we got this huge body of work, and now these amazing films. It's who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? That little Peruvian, short-faced, marmalade-eating bear could have got this big.
What have you got coming up?
A play in London. A new version of Chekhov's The Seagull. I know it sounds boring, but this one's not. This one's really funny.
They've got a couple of films that are waiting to come out. There's a film called Black 47, and that's a very different sort of film. It's good. It's set during the potato famine in Ireland. I play a very nasty person, the absolute opposite of Mr. Gruber or Paddington. And there's a film about the old guys who robbed the diamond, did the heist of the diamond lock-up boxes in Hatton Garden with Michael Caine and Ray Winston and Tom Courtenay. That's coming out before long. So, and I'm playing Gloucester in King Lear with Anthony Hopkins at the moment. That's why I've got this ridiculous facial hair.
Are you pleased with how it turned out?
Yes, people seem to enjoy it so far, but you know, it's not out yet.
Being so young and being so influential is amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I am a goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. I am the youngest one, so I'm so pleased to be here and to also to share my story and to connect my story to this story.
Thank you for watching, and you need to follow the Fan Carpet on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
Come on, Wolfie. Ow.
Thank you for watching the Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.